Welcome back to On Point, Derby Top 10 edition. Ed DeRosa alongside Joe Kristufek. And Joe, you and I actually have Derby Top 10s up at KentuckyDerby.com as we await our colleague James Scully's first list of the year. But tell me about yours.
Once I found out I was going to do this video with you today, I'm like, I better get a top 10 list up.
I thought that had something to do with it.
We approach this from a lot of different perspectives. Horses that are accomplished now, horses that maybe you and I have seen that we think have potential.
Right.
You know, you research the pedigrees, you obviously look at the connections. We're intimately involved with the racing at Churchill, so we get to see these horses run every day. That is obviously a little something to do with my top 10 list because I have a genuine opinion on a lot of those horses. So it's always fun. I could have easily gotten 20 or 30. This crop really intrigues me for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. And I left Bolt d'Oro on top ahead of the Future Wager. I do like to get cute with my top 10 lists. I'll throw in, some maiden winners from far-flung.
I had to look up a couple of
far-flung regions, but I couldn't. I mean, to me, Bolt d'Oro, even not winning the Juvenile, was the best 2-year-old and is the best of his crop for now. But plenty of year to go on. Copper Bullet's a horse that intrigues me. One horse not on my list yet because I haven't gotten to it, but we saw New York Central break his maiden on closing day very impressively. Outside of the stakes horses, are there any only maiden winners on your list you would highlight?
Well, you mentioned New York Central.
Right.
He's one for me when it comes
Number
to...
one?
Well, he's one of those kinds of horses. I think he's number 6. You like to mix it up, like I said, and I agree with you on Bolt d'Oro. He's got to get a little bit more professional. That slow break cost him in the Juvenile. How is Mick Ruiz going to handle the Triple Crown Trail? That's a big question mark. Bob Baffert's got a lot of live horses to fire this year, potentially. He didn't run a horse in the Derby last year at all. Salamini, McKinsey, Vision, Talent Scout. The Los Alamitos Futurity coming up this Saturday is going to be a big race where he runs Salamini against McKinsey. And what's Pletcher going to do? I mean, he just seems to be laying in the weeds this year. We didn't see a lot from his 2-year-olds.
No.
But he's going to break a bunch of maidens at Gulfstream. And those horses are going to run at Gulfstream and Tampa and progress quickly, I do believe. Guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, he'll probably have so many, like last year, he'll be at Fairgrounds, Oaklawn. I mean, he'll run them where even Turfway.
He moved those horses around like chess pieces and he
Yeah.
won everything last year. So
He's the master. Well, one of the masters. Want to ask you about an Oaks horse because we mentioned talking about horses we saw at Churchill. Ian Wilkes made me look foolish. I tried to bet against on debut, but his filly, can't wait to see her run again at Tampa Bay.
Ian Wilkes got a copy of that paddock show and he sits in his living room and has a few adult beverages and gets a laugh out of it every once in a while. But Cicatrix was awesome. But it was a one-turn race. She showed speed. There's a lot more that she needs to do and prove. But those kind of horses are exciting. I haven't done my Oaks list yet. She'll be on it probably near the bottom of the top 10 because she hasn't run 2 turns yet. But she's exciting. And the horse that won the Goldenrod I thought was good as well. Road to Victory, Miss Momentum, who's going to run at Los Alamitos, I believe, this weekend. Another Cassie filly worth watching. He seems to be loaded with good 2-year-old
Yeah, he had Wonder Godot when the Demoiselle, and I'm not as low on that race as I am the Remsen. Fillies are different. And as we await the Derby top 10, I also eagerly await James Oaks top 10. Because he tried to tell me about some horse at Aqueduct or Belmont that won on the same day as Cicatrix that's supposedly better. So
I saw that email.
Yeah, I forget the name, but I'm sure he'll remind me ad nauseum when she starts winning again.
Ed, I meant to tell you in person.
But you're wrong. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. Scale of 1 to 10. Apollo Curse, how much does it factor in your zest for a Derby contender?
I'd say a 7.5, and only because of Pletcher. And I really think he's looming in the weeds with horses we haven't seen yet. We still have 3.5 weeks left of horses' 2-year-old seasons. I think those 3.5 weeks he's going to take full advantage of at Gulfstream. And it's a big thing. I mean, it's proven. The stats don't lie, but sometimes things change.
Yeah, my concern is once it happens, then that's the domino falls, and then everyone's going to want to do it. So
A different game.
part of it is a personal bias. I want to see these horses run. I think it generates excitement in the race, more excitement than it already has, but it's a 10 for me if that hasn't been clear. Well, we'll look forward to continued updates. Fairgrounds, Oaklawn, Gulfstream, California. Lots to look forward to.
Lots of fun to be had, lots of money to be made.
All right, I like that. All right, thanks, Joe. This has been On Point.